Hello, everybody. Brian here for February 8th, 2018. Done a deep analysis for today over what's been happening with the markets going down. So, a couple of articles here. There's a bunch. The big worry isn't really so much here. Again, Dow falls again 1,000 points and sinks 3.75%. Monday they blamed it on a flash crash. I don't know where this is for today on the 8th. But it's quite interesting what's been happening. This article was put up on the 1st of February, updated the 2nd. From Bloomberg, headline, dollar slides spurs won, forecast revisions worry on speed. Okay, so the Chinese yuan, as it's appreciating, best month, they're saying has put pressure on the US dollar. And part of it, I've mentioned it in a previous video, where what could be happening is fewer Asian and Mideast countries are willing to take on and buy up US debt as more of those countries are losing faith in the potential of the US government being able to pay off that debt. I mean, that's what's really driving everything down. But they're just not getting the headline news that they should be getting. So that's probably the underlying reason what's going on. We got this one article I'll leave up on my paywall here, as well as we have another. China foreign reserves post 10 straight gain as yuan rises. So we knew what was happening here. Again, this is a Bloomberg article. Again, let me repeat that headline. This was today, or yesterday. China foreign reserves post 12th straight gain as yuan rises. So in this chart here, what we're seeing, rebuilding reserve stockpile has risen for 12 straight months. Here is where the yuan, or China, was building up foreign reserves. The Chinese market started to get wobbly. There's a lot of confidence. And what happened was, this period of time, the Chinese spent trillions of dollars to defend the yuan, and they had to spend quite literally a lot of money, 4 trillion US dollars all the way down to 3 trillion. So they spent $1 trillion to defend their currency over a year, maybe 2 years, and starting to build back up because the world is now shifting over to the yuan. So China is the one that's going to probably drive, if there's any form of recovery, it will definitely be China and their currency. Another article, China's yuan set for worst day since 2017. There's all these articles, and this is from KitGo. Again, headline is China's yuan set for worst day since 2017. Some of these articles can contradict themselves, but I'm not going to get into this one in detail, but be aware of that. Now, this is what I find here is, once again, we have the Fed having this data point or data set, smooth U.S. recession probabilities, which is one of their academic data on the St. Louis Fed.org. You can see here they stopped producing this. It looks like, because it stops at last fall. So when I see these things, this is where I get kind of either no, it doesn't look like they've stopped. I should take that back, but there's no update for November, December. But the question is, what is the odds of a recession coming according to the Fed? Okay, let's talk about where things are at. Now, a lot of anything coming from seekingalpha.com should be questioned because anybody with a keyboard can submit to them. But just nevertheless, this did come up. U.S. recession risk minimal for end of January. This is, of course, before all the crashes. But here's the charts to indicate this. of 1/4 average speed 10-year to 3-month Treasury, quarter federal fund rate. This is probably out of date, but here's the odds of a recession, and that's pretty well it. Oh, and then there's some other articles here regarding in detail here from Barron's.com. Headline: Dow tumbles nearly 1,200 points as sell-off turns to slaughter. Again, we just got another quite a big loss today on the 8th, and this one was about 1,200 points on Monday, and you can see that drop right there, the S&P, and there was another drop today, which is quite steep. So again, I'm not going to go into detail with this article, but I'll let you go through that at your own leisure if you get behind that paywall. And lastly, NBC News. This was posted, okay, NBCnews.com, world market tumble again as losses hit 4 trillion in 8 days. Now, I don't know the article posting date. Yeah, so this is the 5th of February. More losses. I'm a kind of person who likes charts, and you can see here Dow Jones Industrial Average daily close from a high of about 26,000 down to 24,000. So these are corrections, but the question is, will it keep getting driven down? Okay, so I'll put these links in the paywall, my membership, and we'll leave it at that. Over and out. Have a good day.